today a little bit about your thoughts. This was prompted by a conversation I had with a group of people this morning, a group of ladies who I'd done a group coaching call on. And we were talking about thoughts and our actions and our words and our deeds. And two of them said to me, and this is what prompted the conversation, that she just couldn't help herself when she was having a negative thought or she was feeling a bit powerless. She just went into that negative space, or she went into that place of where she didn't want to go. I was just trying to convey to her, well, not trying to convey to her, I had a lengthy conversation with both of them actually, that your thoughts don't have to become things. Just because you have a negative thought doesn't mean you have to follow it through and do a negative action. Just because you have a low thought doesn't mean you've got to follow through and actually go into a low mood. Your thoughts are controlled completely by you, contrary to what people might think. It's what I call learned helplessness. You tend to get used to having these thoughts, these negative thoughts, or these inner negative voices, and you've got so used to them that you think that they're telling you to do things, and you actually just follow through. It's like when your teacher used to tell you to go and stand in the corner or go and do this, that, and the other. It's almost like an inner voice of authority that you feel as though you're powerless to control, but you're not. That voice in your head is not an external voice. It's not an inner person telling you what to do against your will. Well, it kind of is in a way, but that's for a different conversation. You have complete and utter control over your thoughts, of the actions that you do. Just because you're sat there and you yawn and you think, I'm tired, I'm going to have a nap, doesn't mean you've got to lie down and have a nap. You can just get up, you can go for a walk and get some fresh air. And your thoughts are exactly the same process. Just because you have a negative thought or a negative feeling doesn't mean you have to follow through with it and become negative. You can actually change that thought. You can change it just like that. If you feel yourself going down that path, don't go down there. It's like if you're going down the road in wintertime and you see a dark alleyway and you think, I don't want to go down there. And you don't go down there. You go down the well-lit route, and your thoughts are exactly the same. Go down the well-lit route. Just because you've fallen into habit, you've fallen into rote of following the negative thoughts, following the negative process, all it is a habit. And I did a post, I think it was yesterday or the day before, about a habit. And all a habit is a thought. It's the thought that you keep thinking, you keep thinking, you keep thinking, you keep thinking, you keep thinking. The more you keep thinking it becomes a belief. The more it becomes a belief, the more you think it's true, and you follow through with it. It becomes a habit because you've done it so often. You've thought about it so much. So if you have a negative thought, don't have it. Don't acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Let it go. Go. Boom. It's gone. It's almost like meditating. I don't know if you meditate or not, but I meditate quite a lot. And what you do when you meditate, you either focus on your breath, or you focus on a sound, or you just focus on a chant. And it's basically clearing your mind. So it's emptying your mind of all extraneous thoughts. And it's not easy to do. But what you do when you meditate and you focus on your breath or your sound or whatever it is you're going to do, and your mind clears, and a negative thought comes into your mind, you just acknowledge it, go, thanks, next. If another negative thought comes in, you go, thank you, don't want you, next. As you keep doing that process over a period of time, your mind gradually clears, it quietens down. And those negative thoughts, those negative voices, those negative feelings, they don't come, they don't exist. And if they do, you can actually just say, thank you, move, next on. And it's the same in everyday life. Just because you have a negative thought, a negative feeling, or you're feeling low, you don't have to follow through. And so many people beat themselves up with their inner voices. Well, I'm feeling rubbish today or whatever. And then all of a sudden, that rubbish stream, or I'm feeling crap, you start beating yourself up, telling you what you're not good at. And it's just hiding to nowhere. Don't do it. If you feel a negative thought, don't follow through. Nobody's forcing you to follow your thoughts apart from yourself. You think you have to do it. Don't do it. You don't have to do it. So next time you feel a negative thought, don't listen to it. Have a positive thought and follow through with that. And the more you practice, the more you do it, the better you'll get at doing it. It's like meditation. Quiet the mind and clear everything out. So next time you have a negative thought, acknowledge it, say, I don't want you, have a positive thought. And the more and more you do it, the more better, that's not even good English, is it? The better you'll get at it, and the more powerful you feel about yourself, and the more control you feel about yourself, because you are in control of your thoughts, contrary to what you think.